Hi, this is Dean from EUJuicers.com. Today we'll be taking a look at centrifugal juicers. Centrifugal juicers are probably the most common machines, juicers, which can be found on any given market. We'll be looking at here to the right, which is also sold under different names such as, and over here we have the Magimix machines. The Magimix machines are broken down into two types. You have the Magimix Le Duo XL, and here you have the Magimix Le Duo XL. We'll be looking a little bit more into detail what the differences is between the two. Our experience going way back to 1992, where we were still even testing centrifugal juicers back then, has shown us that today, when it comes to quality of the machine, quality of the juice, is that these two machines stand out in a crowd. They're definitely the best bet for your money, and now let's take a detailed look at both of them so you're able to judge for yourself. So, why have we chosen these two machines to show you today? The reason for this is because when it comes to your classical centrifugal machines, the is without a doubt the best in its category. Here we have the Magimix machine, and even though it is a centrifugal juicer, it cannot be compared to your conventional centrifugal juicers. And there's a few reasons for this, but we'll go into that in a few minutes. Now we just want to take a look at the when you begin thinking about buying a centrifugal machine, a classical centrifugal machine, there's 3 points which you need to consider. And number one is the size of the feeding tube, and with you have an 8.4 centimeter feeding tube. This is the absolute largest in its category. The next thing which you need to consider when purchasing a centrifugal juicer is the juicing screen. And lastly is the absolute quality and power of the motor. When it comes to finally purchasing a centrifugal machine, you may have noticed that it's possible to buy such a machine in every electro shop on every corner, and you may have also noticed that there is a price difference. You probably asked yourself as well, why this price difference? And the main two reasons for this is number one, because of the quality of the motor, and number two is the juicing screen. When it comes to the quality of the motor, the definitely has the best quality motor for household devices which is available. The reason for this is because the 1300 watt motor has a stepless speed motor which goes from 6,500 revolutions to 13,000 revolutions per minute. The advantage with this is that when you're juicing softer fruits and vegetables or harder fruits and vegetables, you take the lower speeds for the softer fruits, and this will help you to get much better juice yield because you're not really just whipping the fruits or vegetables out of the machine. And when it comes to the harder vegetables, such as carrots, with this machine you're really able to fill the filling chute to the top, turn it all the way up to the 5th speed, and go ahead and start juicing, and you'll even notice that the motor doesn't even slow down while doing this. When we take a detailed look at the juicing screens, one thing that you'll notice right away is that on the here you have your center knives. The center knives have this huge advantage of taking the fruits and vegetables and breaking them down right away. This will give you the benefit of having a higher yield. It also eases up the stress on the motor. And the second thing is that when you have a look here, you'll see that there is micro mesh compared to the less expensive centrifugal juicers. You'll see that you have your perforated juicing screen. There's no middle knife. Sometimes they're even made of plastic or the size, of course. And lastly is here your interchangeable and titanium as well on the. Okay, so now we come to the Magimix machine. One thing you'll notice probably right away is that the machine is smaller in size, and the reason for this is that because you no longer have the external pulp container. The Magimix works with a closed juicing system. This means that everything that you're juicing, all fruits and vegetables which you are juicing, remains inside of the juicing area and is being continuously juiced. This is going to give you a higher juice yield as well. The next thing that we want to mention is when it comes to the actual RPMs or the speed of juicing is your conventional juicers, you run at about between 10 and 13,000 RPMs with the centrifugal juicers. Magimix has slowed this down to a very, very slow 1,500 revolutions per minute. As you know, perhaps that high revolutions will generate much more heat into the juice and giving you a not such a good juice quality compared to much less revolutions. Something else which makes the Magimix really unique is that it's basically 3 machines in one. It's not only the low speed centrifugal juicer, which we just explained, but it's also a citrus press, which comes complete with 2 different sized heads for juicing citrus fruits. So now you're only needing to cut your citrus fruits in half and juice them, and this will give you a much better juice yield and a much better juice quality. Next thing is that inside of the enclosed juicing system, it's now possible to juice berries. When you're juicing berries in a conventional centrifugal machine, you're not going to get any good results whatsoever. This is now possible with the Magimix machine with any form of berries that you choose to decide, if it's strawberries, blueberries, even bananas, whatnot. And the next thing is that you have a smoothie maker. So you can decide if you want to be making smoothies with your berries or if you want to have a thinner juice when juicing berries. So let's begin juicing now. We're going to begin with juicing 1 kilo oranges on both sides. Over here on the Magimix side, we're going to have to merely cut the oranges in half and juice them with the citrus juicer. And on the we're going to have to peel the oranges and juice them as we would with any other conventional centrifugal juicer. So we're about ready to begin juicing now. We've cut and peeled the oranges. We need to get the set at the right setting, which is 3 for citrus. And then we can begin. If I could have my juicing assistant help me here, please. So let's take a look at the juicing results here. On the Magimix side, we have a weight of 518 grams, and over on the side, we're at 446. The actual juice yield which we got from the Magimix is about, I would say, 520, and on the side, we are between 230, 240, something like this. What we should also look at here is, of course, you will see that the we were getting a lot of foam on this, and the juicing, the color of the juice is something which needs to be noticed as well. Here at the Magimix side, you have a much more lively juice, and here the color of the centrifugal juicer from is quite lighter, which shows us that it was being oxidated.